Hello. Hello. Happy Monday. Welcome on in, everybody. Hello. Hi. Hello. Happy time zone. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Hello. We are going to do a nice. I hope you had a great weekend. If I didn't see you, yesterday the diner was open for a late night collab stream. We hung out with Pumpkin, Kabul, and Pia playing I Know a Guy, which was a very interesting game. Honestly, very interesting. As in, I think maybe if I don't know, I feel like I couldn't quite. Maybe we were just joking around too much and we didn't know what was happening. But it's very nice to have you in. We are. I had such a great time with the Amazing Digital Circus last week that we are going to uh maybe dive into Epic the Musical today. Maybe. Kind of seeing how I'm feeling. I'm feeling a little off today. So maybe or maybe we vibe, whatever it is. But today's kind of chill. Today's chill. We'll go over the schedule, what the week is looking like, and remember tonight is movie night. So at 8 p.m. Hi, everybody. Why is this not working? What happened here? Now this is oh good. Okay, hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Let me go over here cuz I realized maybe there's some things that were okay, great. Welcome. Hi. Happy Monday. Hope you have uh please please pardon my tardiness. Pardon my tardiness. Welcome on in. Hello. Please, Frankenator, please don't screaming in the chat. There's no need for that. I know, understand you're excited. Please, no screaming in the chat. Thank you. Welcome on in, everybody. Happy Monday. Hello. Hi, Empty Tree Player. Welcome on in. Hi, Frankenada. Welcome on in. Hi, Amethyst Dragon. Hello. Hi, Meerkat. Welcome on in. Captain Peter, the pilot. Hello. Happy time zone. Happy Monday. Hello. CJ Proctor. Hello. Palarisha. Hello. Nobi One. And thank you, Palarisha, for your tier 1 sub, honey. Thank you so much. Mwah! Thank you so much. Thank you. I actually realized that I need to. Oops, I messed up. Oops, oops. Aha. I forgot I need to do something. Welcome on in, Emoji Girl, Puppy Thieves, Mercenary Enzo. Welcome on in. Hi, Super Rules this house. Welcome on in. Red Mike. Hello. Eric Chang. Hello. Hi. Hello. Toby Gaiman. Crazy Fingy. Samurai Biako. Hello. So good to see all your little waves. Hello. Hi, Yuzu B. Welcome on in, honey. Happy Monday. Hi, Sapphic Laser Kittens. Hello. Hi, Gaming Overlord. Welcome on in. Poison Fish Globe. Hello. Hi, hello. Hi, Lady Ace. Welcome on in. Hi, hello. Hello. Hi, Star. Welcome on in. Hello. Hi, Looney Tooney. Cartoon Vic. Welcome on in. Happy Monday. Welcome. Dice Bet Zero. Hello. Welcome on in. Hello, JMB. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi, Jobies. Welcome on in. Hi. Hi, Lil Rose. Welcome on in. Hi, Ollie. Hi, Ray. Welcome on in. Hi, Kamaro. Welcome on in. Hi, President Dog. Welcome on in. Hello. Hi. Hello. Greek Greaser is super excited. I'm very excited too to watch this. Hi, Ali. Welcome on in. Hi, Ali. Hello, Dr. Pepper. Welcome on in. Hi. Hello. Is this your first watch through? I think I've watched a little bit before. Uh, and I feel like we got to a certain point, but I definitely never finished it because I don't think it was finished at the time. I think that's why. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I haven't. Has anyone had to or have read the Odyssey before? I'm familiar with the overall story of the Odyssey, and obviously we're getting a lot of media surrounding the myth, like the mythology and stuff, right? We got literally the Odyssey coming out this summer, right? With uh by Christopher Nolan, right? Hi Ray, welcome on in. Hey Cryptid Bones, welcome on in. Hi. So I know a couple of the songs. Like I feel like we did watch a little bit before. So I remember the song. I remember the song where they're on the island and it's like the two different ideologies of like Odysseus's friend who's like more optimistic and he's like basically if you open yourself up to the world or whatever, right? That song. I remember that one and really liking that one. And I remember I think it's Cersei song. I think I remember Open Arms. Yes, Open Arms. Yes. So I feel like I'm rewatching it. Like I know we're rewatching it, but I feel like because I haven't I haven't listened to music on repeat or anything. There was a couple of songs that for a while. I think that's why I remember those two songs. But it's been a minute. Hi, Nitram. Welcome on in. Hi. Hello. Wait, it's a movie, a musical. So no, the movie that's coming out this summer is not a musical. It's not. It's not a musical. It's a drama. It is a drama, and it's with has a really big cast. It has Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, John Leguizamo. Who else is in it? Matt Damon. Every time I say Matt Damon, I always want to say it like they did in what's that Team America? Matt Damon. Like I always I always want to say it that way. I always want to say it that way. Yes, a drama. A drama. I realized that I didn't do this today. Oops. There we go. Yeah. It's no, of course it's drama. Well, did you see actually? So what was it? I think on Stephen Colbert. I couldn't believe it. He was featured as a guest on the Colbert Show, and he like did a bit with Colbert, and they like played the Benny Hill like chase theme, and he was super silly, and I was so surprised. I was so surprised because you don't associate silly with the Christopher Nolan. Hi, Oblat. Welcome on in. Hi. Hello. You hated his Batman? Really? Why? Out of curiosity, why did you dislike his Batman series? I'm so curious. I'd love to know why. Yes, Christopher Nolan, the director, he's directed movies like Dunkirk, Inception, he did Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Returns, but else. I promise I'm a good VTuber. I know when to tell people that I'm live. Yeah. He did Oppenheimer. Yes, he contributed to the unforgettable Barbenheimer summer. Yes, this is true. This is true. Hey, Theron, welcome on in. We haven't watched anything yet. We haven't watched anything. You know how it is. We're starting, we start stream, we get settled in, and then we start we hold it, start the whole shebang. And Estella, yes, exactly. Oh, wait. I want to see this comment. I missed your comment. I missed your comment. Wait, what is this? Uh, 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 uh. Odyssey and Jason. Yes, this is. It's. Yeah. Basically, a guy goes on a journey, to try and be reunited with his wife and his son. And a lot of stuff happens on the way. It's a very busy boat trip where a lot of stuff happens. Basically, is the Spark Notes version of what the Odyssey is all about. Oh yeah, and there's like gods and goddesses and all that stuff, and like Cyclops or whatever. Right? I feel like that's a pretty good summary. I love your motto. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming all the way from TikTok. We took a bit of a break from posting on TikTok, but I know we just started posting again up there. So thank you very much for watching. Yeah. Also, this musical is getting an animated movie. Oh, really? Oh, really? Epic? Really? So, if you don't know, Epic the Musical was a fan made. I think the backstory of Epic the Musical is that the creator of it, this was his thesis for college. Um, a little bit of it, a little bit, some of it, and then he expanded it over the pandemic. Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? And then it became this internet phenomenon, and then it became so popular that I guess artists and animators decided to make their own animatics and animations to these songs. And now I guess it's getting an official animation, which is very cool. Yeah. Let's see. A guy gets tortured by guys for 20 years. Yeah, a little bit. Hi, Rosetta. Welcome on in. Hi. Have I read the book? I think I remember reading. Maybe I didn't read the book, but I've consumed enough media surrounding this story that you kind of get the gist of it, right? Like, I don't think I've sat down and watched, like, I've read the Odyssey from front cover to back cover, but I think I've been exposed to. Listen, who didn't watch Wishbones the dog as a kid? I feel like that's all I needed. Yeah. Yeah. And the road keeps fucking with him when he wants to get home to his family, crack a cold beer, watch GameStop. Hey, Spencer, welcome on in. Hi, Poison. Welcome on in, little Siberian bear. Welcome on in. Hello. Hey, Landon. Welcome on in. Hey, James. Hello. The maker recruited many singers from TikTok. Yes. Yes, I agree. Well, I think so. Here's the thing. So you can't compare. You cannot compare what Christopher Nolan is trying to do to what Epic the Musical is trying to do because that's comparing apples and oranges, right? Like because those are two very tonally different pieces of artwork, right? One is a musical first and foremost, and Nolan will never ever do a musical. He's not a musical kind of guy. I don't imagine him putting on a pair of tap dancing shoes and go, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal." Like, I don't think Nolan is gonna do that. You know what I mean? Nolan is like, "What is the deep seated drama in Odysseus and the gods? And I will use this epic thing, and I'm gonna use 20 IMAX camera, and I will use film, and I will elevate the medium, and I'm gonna put all the coolest actors in the movie." Like that. That's like a typical Nolan experience. You know what I mean? Yeah, those are two very different things. So they're two very interpretations of the same story, right? There are many, many pieces of media that we've seen interpretations over time, right? Look at Romeo and Juliet, right? Romeo and Juliet, classic Shakespeare story. It's been interpreted in many different ways, literally to an anime called Romeo and Juliet, to West Side Story is a Romeo and Juliet inspired thing, to Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, and those are all three different very interpretations of the same material, right? What's another one? Jane Austen's Emma, right? An interpretation of that is literally the movie Clueless, right? So those are all different. Those are different interpretations. So I'm very interested in seeing what Nolan does because I think what Nolan does in his filmmaking is what no other filmmaker is achieving right now. He is the only one doing that. He is the only one trying to elevate and showcase uh, a particular type of film stock when he shoots, that he is trying to do things practically in a world where everything is CG, is computer generated, right? And now we're entering in this era of AI art and stuff, you know? And so I really do applaud his approach to filmmaking. And I think he really is a master of his craft. That being said, the man's got to go to therapy because he can't write a female character for shit. But do I still like his movies? Yes, yes, I do. I do enjoy them very much because they're very, very good. Um, uh, and the same, listen, the two truths can be, two things can be true, okay? Two things can be true, all right? Okay. Okay, I love the man's work. But really, he was really I got a lot of questions for his wife, who's his producers on all his movies. You know, his wife produces his movies. I gotta wonder. She's reading the script and she's like, "Honey, we gotta work on you." Then he's like, "What happened? I gave the woman a voice, and isn't that enough? I allowed her to speak in this movie. Is that not enough?" I I have to know. I have to be a fly on the wall. I got to know what those conversations are like because I'd be like, what are you doing? Hi, Argos. Welcome on in. Oppenheimer is an amazing movie. Yeah, Oppenheimer is an amazing movie. And once again, like he's someone who does everything practically. You know, speaking of practical effects, I just saw over the weekend. I finally caught up with a couple movies. I saw Project Hail Mary in theaters, and I saw The Sheep Detectives, and both very very good. But Project Hail Mary is definitely like one of my top movies of all time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think what made Project Hail Mary so what I love so much about it is specifically its use of practical effects, which is why I will applaud even like for instance, what's that movie he did? Tenant, Tenement. Tenement takes place at turn of the century in New York City. Tenant, Nolan did Tenant, and people were like, the movie's not that good. But I will always applaud a swing and a miss, especially if it is trying to do g- if it's appreciating the craftsmanship of filmmaking, you know what I mean? And that's always very clear in his films. And I love that he really embraces practical effects because that is an art that is slowly people are trying to write off more and more and more. And Project Hail Mary, um, I'm not going to spoil anything that happens, but the character of Rocky, if Rocky was not a puppet and it was like a computer generated character, I don't think it would have had the same emotional impact. I think it made it literally so much more, how do you say, like you could feel that character so much more because it was a practical prop and puppet. You know what I mean? And I'm always going to be in that side of the camp. I'm always going to say that practical is best because I firmly believe that human beings can tell the difference and we connect with the real. I really believe that. I really really believe that. Um you know, CGI in Pirates of the Caribbean. The CGI in Pirates of the Caribbean is one of the best testaments to like a good effects, right? Because how old is that movie? That movie is so old and the effects are still so good. You know what I mean? And other movies you watch them, you're like, ugh, not too good. Pirates of the Caribbean, that stuff holds up. Oh my God, Davy Jones in the second one. Oh my God, that's so sick. And it's because it was used, a lot of it was used to augment stuff that was already there, which I always feel like is the best approach to it, you know. which is one of the reasons why I'm excited for Nolan to take the Odyssey and the fantastical elements of Greek mythology. From what I understand, they were literally on a boat for like a month. They literally lived on a boat for like a month, okay? Okay? Like, I think that is so cool. That's so cool. And I know a lot of things about the actual production because we have a very, very, very close friend who was on the camera department on the film. And so we know literally about the experience of what it was like. Um and so it really is you don't have movies like that nowadays, right? And I feel like that's a phrase that's thrown around a lot. When you think of movies like Ben Hur or Lawrence of Arabia, right? These epics that were transformative in terms of the industry. I feel like Nolan is one of the only people who's trying to keep that up, you know what I mean? And so I really do applaud that work. He's just got to go to therapy. That's all. Yeah. 20 years. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Honestly, see that. And like for the scene, it's like a character walking, and so don't even know it's there. Yeah, exactly. See, Amanda. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, the Mandalorian and Grogu, that's a really excellent example. Okay. Look, listen, as a Star Wars fan, okay, as a Star Wars fan, I have a lot of feelings about all the new Star Wars stuff, which I've gone into great lengths and I've done a lot of work to manage my anger regarding it, right? I have a stress ball now that anytime I start thinking about Rise of the Skywalker, I can just start squeezing it instead of raising my blood pressure. Okay, I'm doing good. Thank you very much. But I do think that Mandalorian and Grogu is a really good example of like practical effects, right? And we almost didn't get a practical effect puppet of Grogu. The studio was like, I don't know. I don't know. Because the technology within Grogu is like closer to a piece of NASA equipment than just like a rudimentary puppet, right? It's just very sophisticated robotic that they use on the show. And a very delicate combination of silicone so that Grogu's skin feels super realistic and all this stuff. And apparently, I forget the full story. You can look this up, but one of the actors was going to record the scene. This is very early on. I think it was within the first episode that they were shooting this. One of the actors, they were going to do this scene with Grogu, and the executives or something was like, "Oh no, put in the CGI, like stand-in like prop thing. We don't need the puppet. I don't know. We don't want it to kind of get messed up." And the actor called them cowards. Called them cowards and said, "The hell you will. We're no. We're embracing this puppet and we're gonna use this puppet." And so it literally took advocacy from like the performers. And I feel like it made such a big difference, right? Grogu is so precious and adorable because it feels so real. Because it feels so real. Yeah. Feels so real. Yeah. Yeah, it feels so real. They did what Jaws did and actually filmed on the Opsy. Oh my God. Well, you know the whole thing about Jaws, right? Well, it's the most expensive blunder of a blockbuster. Jaws is the movie that started the summer blockbuster, right? It was so popular, right? It started the whole format of summer blockbusters, Jaws. But it was the most expensive movie at the time, right? It was one of the most expensive movies that was ever made because of this fucking shark animatronic that didn't work. It just didn't work. And so actually they creatively solved that problem in the edit because they're like, we got all these shots where this shark looks like fucking dead, floating in the water, belly up. And it's not doing anything. And so they actually um the way that they structured the film in the edit is that it's almost like they're taking advantage of your fear of what this shark is. And so you actually don't see the shark as much as originally intended because the shark puppet was so caca. Who, by the way, the shark's name was Bruce, and that's why in Finding Nemo, the shark is named Bruce as an ode to the shark from Jaws. Some people got Sonic and trains for their tism. I got random movie facts. What could I say? Ian McKellen cried because of all the CGI nonsense for the Hobbit. Yes, I heard about that. Oh, that was so sad. Talk about a practical marvel, right? That's why the behind the scenes, what is it? Isn't it like 13 hours just the behind the scenes of Lord of the Rings? Isn't it like some massive thing like that, or am I overestimating? Isn't it something like that? Ain't it hours upon hours upon hours of behind the scenes footage because they really wanted to capture it, you know? And it's amazing the level of artistry and work, right? That's why I wanted to work in movies because you get to work on something so fantastical at such a scale that you don't do in theater, in in opera. It really is only done in movies, right? Where uh you do that level of world building and expansion. It's so cool and it's so awesome. It's so cool. Like seeing behind the scenes definitely is what inspired me to want to work in the movies. Mm. Hi, Kirito. Welcome on in. Hello. That is another movie I've never seen, but I already know what happens in the movie because of all the parodies. Wait, which movie, Cryptid? Which one? Now all I can think is Bruce saying hello in that accent. The behind the scenes for The Hobbit, yeah, that was also good. It was so cute. I love seeing Peter Jackson ride around in his little bicycle from set to set. Who, by the way, is working on a new Tintin movie, and I'm so excited. As a Tintin fan, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see the next one. I'm so excited. And that is Peter Jackson again. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, Jaws. Oh, you got to watch Jaws. It's a classic. Yeah. Did I watch Gameo? No, I haven't watched Gameoverse yet. I haven't watched Gameoverse yet. I thought that maybe we can watch it. Uh, maybe we can watch it. Not today, but sometime this week. I would love to watch it together. Mm. It's amazing. I think it's what an achievement, right? That's Rubber Ross. Rubber Ross. I do have to admit something. I do have to admit something. So I was at a party at TwitchCon 2 years ago. I was at a party at TwitchCon 2 years ago, and I was talking with some friends, and this gentleman comes up and just starts talking, and I am definitely the kind of person who's like, I don't like when people just join in a conversation and they don't introduce who they are to other people that they clearly don't know in the group, right? Like, I don't like that. I think it's rude. And I also think if you're going to join, everybody got to know who, at least on a base level, I got to know what your name is, okay? All right? Okay? If you're joining in on a conversation, okay? So I'm totally the kind of person who's going to be like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. What's your name? Who are you?" And so I'm talking with people at this party at TwitchCon. And uh having a very nice conversation. And this gentleman comes up and he just starts talking. And I'm like, "Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really nice. Mm-hmm. Okay." And like he's clearly talking to like a couple of people not addressing, and I feel like maybe a couple of other people knew who he was, but I didn't. And so I said, "I'm sorry. It's so nice to meet you. What's your name? I don't know who you are. So what's your name?" And he goes, "I'm Rubber Ross." I was like, "Oh, oh yeah. I feel like I know that name." like I know that name. Hmm. Where is that name so familiar? I was like, oh, that's nice. I was like, oh, I'm Lala. Nice to meet you. I was just like, I was just like, I didn't know who you were. He's like, no, 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 of course. Yes, yes, hi. Sorry about that. I was like, no, no, it's okay. It's okay. I just, I just like to break the ice like all the time. And then I didn't realize, I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? Why did that name sound so familiar? But I mean, I'm sorry. Listen, no, he was very nice. He was very nice. Very nice guy, and I think what he's doing is incredible. Um, but it's definitely one of those things. Like, I really, if I listen, I don't know who everybody is on the internet. I don't know who everybody is on the internet. I don't know. I was in, I was in an elevator with Dan Clancy, Will Neff, and Ms. Kiff, and I didn't even know who. I only recognized Dan because I know what the CEO of Twitch looks like. And Will was carrying this box. I guess he had just finished doing the show. And I didn't know, I knew of Will Neff, but I wasn't familiar enough with his content at the time to know who he was. And he was wearing this pink cowboy hat with rhinestones. And I was just like, oh my God, I love your hat. And he's like, oh, I just love everything about your look. I was like, oh, thanks. We're just riding the elevator and then we get off and blah, blah, blah. And I'm riding the elevator. I'm riding with Summer Hop and with Don Don. And we get off and Summer Hop is like, do you know who you were in the elevator with? I was like, no, who? I was like, a fabulous man. Oh yeah, and Dan Clancy. Why? And she goes, that was Will Neff, Lala. That was Will Neff. That was Will Neff. That was Will Neff. I was like, no. Really? I don't get, listen, we all get constipated and you gotta wipe your ass too. You know what I mean? It's all the same thing. It's all the, okay. All right. Oh, what is it? Okay, everybody, doesn't matter. Now I'm very, now I'm very familiar with Will. I'll see him at events. We say hello to one another. It's not a problem. I adore Will. But back then I didn't know him. It's so funny. But yeah, I don't, I don't assume, listen, I don't walk into a space and assume people know me. I walk into a space assuming that people don't know who I am. That is my de facto. Uh, and then, so James, thank you so much for your Prime sub. Thank you so much, honey. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Speaking of subs, as you know, it is a brand new week, and we are on the way to Partner Plus level 2. And pull up this lovely little graphic. Oh, here we go. Wow, big pee push. Wow. As you know, every week we are trying to. We just started this late last week, so we're counting this week. So, 75-point goal. So, if we hit 75 PP points this week, right? We will then you get to this week's goal is you get to choose a horror game that I will have to stream the following week, next week, your choice. Thank you so much, Alchemy. Thank you. Thank you. And how the Partner Plus points work is that it only works with self subscription. Gifted subs and Prime subs do not count towards the overall count. So when you sub at tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3, those points get applied. So tier 1 is 1 point, tier 2 is 2 points, tier 3 is 6 points. And it also counts if you decide to upgrade your sub from a tier 1 to a tier 2, tier 2 to tier 3, a Prime to a tier 1 sub. That all counts. And thank you very much for the hydrate, by the way. And um uh uh um 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 we have to hit 300 by the end of the month, and tier 3 subscribers are getting a personalized autograph collectible Lala art card, featuring exclusive art by Glow Shrimp and a personalized thank you note, of course, from moi. Mwah. And then you get a custom stream alert trigger. We are working on custom stream alert triggers for the tier 3 subscribers. So there you go. All right. Okay. There you go. Wonderful. There you go. Wonderful. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Um, who is Robert Ross? Robert Ross is a well-known artist and animator on YouTube, and recently, literally a couple of days ago, um, just dropped his pilot episode of a show called Gameoverse, which is an IP property that he's been developing for the past 10 years. And he paired up with Glitch Productions, who are the independent studio behind Murder Drones and The Amazing Digital Circus and Knights of Guinevere. Very cool. And so it's very awesome. Oh, Miss Anna, what's the difference between an episode one and a pilot? Well, pilot is usually what a pilot tries to accomplish is introduce you to the characters, the world, and like the plot, right? It teases it, but it can also try and set it for following episodes. Some shows have just a pilot and then they have episode one. Some shows use the pilot as episode one. Um, it's very common within the world of television that you basically use the pilot to try and get funding for the rest of the show because you have the example and you want to get people excited, right? That's how Has Been Hotel happened, right? They dropped this pilot on the YouTubes. It went viral. It got a crazy amount of following and views, right? I think it's at now 150 million, something ridiculous like that. And then Amazon was like, "Yes, we would love to make this show." And Vivian Madrano's like, "Okay, let's shake hands and do business." And so they did, right? I'm simplifying it, but that's the gist of it. Hi, Raiders, welcome on in. Hi, Green Guy, welcome on in. Hello. Yeah. Shayma got turned down so many times. Well, um, that is very normal. That is very normal. It's very normal, unfortunately. It's very normal. A lot of pilots go through a lot of different iterations. Look at K-pop Demon Hunters, right? Not a television show, but it's an animated movie, right? I think K-pop Demon Hunters had been in development for 10 years. 10 years. Never mind, like obviously the animation production pipeline is a long process the way it is, but just go to show. You know what I mean? Yeah. Firefly pilot. Oh, Firefly, as in yum yum the thing with what's his name? The Alan Tudyk is it, and then what's it? Nathan Fillion, right? Nathan Fillion. That's what I was thinking of. He seems like a classic adventure hero type face. You know what I mean? I'm doing good. We're just yapping before we watch Epic the Musical. Yeah. Ross went to so many people and they told him to kick sand. Yup. Well, it's very sad. Um that was the kind of journey he experienced. But it is very common. That is a very common story in the entertainment industry, right? So many writers, so many directors, so many people, you know. That's why there's a saying that you really most of the time really don't get that like payoff of success in the entertainment industry until 10 years into your career. It's true. Look at John Hamm, uh, who is this critically acclaimed actor for Mad Men, right? Literally, I think he was saying that year was the year he was like, "I'm gonna quit acting. I've been at this for literally 10 years." And then he happened to book Mad Men, and his life changed forever. I was just watching this Seth Rogen interview where he was talking about, look at Ian McKellen. I mean, Ian McKellen was known, of course, but Ian McKellen didn't become a global phenomenon until he became Magneto in X-Men. And then eventually, obviously, he was Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, right? And that man's in his fucking 60s, or was in his 60s. He's older now. We love him. I love him. I love Ian McKellen. What a queen. Phineas and Ferb was in production for 15 years until it finally got its big break. Exactly. Also, Penguin, thank you for the tip. Mwah. Thank you for the bit, baby. Yeah. The more no's you get, the closer you are to that. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. Hi, Glow Shrimp. Hello. Oh yes, Ki Hui Kwan. And also like Brendan Fraser is having his comeback, right? I think didn't he publicly say he was like, I'm about to go train for the mummy. Please send me good luck, please. 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 You know? Uh I think it's really cool to see that. Markiplier blew up with Iron Lung. Yes. Well, I definitely think. Well, I think what Markiplier really showed is the business plan of how you, um, you know, I don't know if when he first started making Let's Play videos, if he had aspirations to work in film. I don't know if he did. I this is me. Just I literally don't know if he always had aspirations or if he didn't. He did or didn't. But somewhere along the way, he started making the little deposits into that journey, right? As in, he started doing these little sketches, and he started in the middle, still doing his Let's Play videos and stuff and his YouTube content. And he slowly built up his skills, started doing research, talking to people, and he built himself an independent financial empire where he was like, "Well, I'm not gonna wait for studios to give me money. I want to execute this idea and I'm going to do it because I got the financial resources to do it." And so he did it. And look at that, right? And I actually just saw what's her name? The one who is in Twilight. What's the name? She's a hot lesbian. What's her name? The one who was in Twilight, the lead who played Bella. What's the actress's name? I forget her name. I forgot her name. Anyway, Kristen Stewart. Thank you very much, Poison. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Kristen Stewart. She actually just talked about how she's like, she is tired of the studio system and how she wants to do the same thing. She's like, I got all this money. Why can't I just do it? And I think that's really cool to see that, right? So the work that Glitch Productions is doing by being an independent animation studio, that Rubber Ross finally got his yes and was able to drop this pilot. Markiplier doing his movie, right? Spindle Horse animated shows, right? The fact that you got people being like, you know what? To hell with the studio system, we're gonna do it on our own is very brave and very cool. And it's very, very punk rock. So that being said, I look forward to seeing how Epic the Musical gets animated. You see how I did that full circle? Yeah. Um, very excited to see how Epic the Musical turns out. In terms of what animations these are, I did see somebody ask that. I saw this playlist. Hold on, let me see. I saw this playlist that listed all of them, but listen, I'm not the expert on this. So if you have recommendations, right? So there's this one that was this little playlist, full movie with canon animations and subtitles. It had this many, so I figured this looked
Right
pretty good. Oh
here
god.
and now.
Oh god. Oh good. Um Hi Suki. Hi Illustration. Hi PJ Rocka. Do you think Amazing Digital Circus is giving Hell of a Boss and Hasbin Hotel some competition? Um Competition. I feel like they're definitely like a player at the table. I would have to actually look at data to compare because there's a way to quantify that, right? Because they have merchandise, all this different stuff. They both have very passionate fandoms. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. You're gonna be doing covers from this, Argos? Good for you. Good for you. Since it's off, and I feel like it's rude to say, yeah, I agree. I agree. I just saw this one that was here, and it seems to be a very, this is a 2 hour, 27-minute video. So I feel like this would be the one. You know what I mean? Dashi! Thank you so much, Dashi, for subbing at tier 3 and helping with our pee-pee push. Thank you, honey. Mwah! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. We're officially halfway there. Yippee! Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Yeah. Neil illustrated to be seen for several times. She's amazing. Neil. Okay. Hi, Bound. Welcome on in. Neil's animations. Oh, Neil. This one. They haven't animated them all. Hi, Super Canty. Welcome on in. It's not Sunday. What do you mean? My stream information. It says watching Epic the Musical. Is my stream information incorrect? Hold on, wait a minute. Animated. Does this? Friday Fun Day. Oh, my going live? Oh, the going live. Yeah, my going live notification was incorrect because it didn't update, even though I updated on my end. In my defense, is this? I don't know if this is it. Hell yes, this is. It would be nice if it was Friday. So, each interview has only done some. You got to pick a collection, maybe watch some versions, different versions on your own time. Okay. So, what you're saying is, I don't know the order of these songs. Animatics in order. Okay. I like when they say things in order. And this one has. Okay, look at this playlist over here where my big noggin is blocking. It has Gigi, Wolfie the Witch, formerly human, Mirxie, Ximena, Crash Art, Nail Illustrator for Ruthlessness, Annie Flama, Duvet Box. Yes, I'm sorry. My Sunday one, I pressed update. It's like sometimes when I update on my OBS, the game category, I have to like do it 2 times to like actually update. I think the same thing happened today. So sorry about that for the confusion. Mentally, it's still the weekend. Would this work? You all are the epic experts. I don't know. I see music and artwork. I get very excited. I'm Also, where's the cover with the Muppets? You read the Odyssey? Okay, so maybe I do. And this is a fully animated movie of the musical epic. Oh, this person did a straight up epic. Oh, so what do you think is better? I don't know. All right, this one has. Or was it? Was it this one? First and third. First and third. This one. One of these two. Is that what you're saying? One of these two. Full animation movie usually means they stole the animator's work and merged them into one video. Oh, want me to take a look? Yeah, that'd be good. That's kind of sucky. Don't do that. Don't download other people's work and then put it on your own YouTube because you can monetize on their artwork. That's kind of shitty. I would like to support the. I would like my views to go towards the people that actually did the artwork. So sorry. Roger, Roger. I love when Summer Hop helps me with things and she does Roger, Roger, and she uses the droids from Attack of the Clones. That gif, it just always makes me so happy. Roger, Roger. Always makes me so happy. Yeah. The Troy Saga. Mm, Oh, let me. The Troy Saga is the first chapter of Epic the Musical. What about the Gabriella Saga? Any High School Musical fans in the house? No, 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 not the, no, no. Do they hide in a giant basketball? Entering. uh, uh, yeah. And then they come out of the basketball and they like invade, Greece, and they're like, we're all in this together. Nya, 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 na, 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 na. We're all wildcats everywhere. Wave up your hands in the air. Na, na, na. I'm sorry. My middle school music teacher made us watch your middle school music teacher made you watch High School Musical. Your middle school music teacher. I think I aged into dust. I can't talk to you right now. I can't talk to you right now. I think I aged so badly that I felt my heart stop. Literally, I think I was on the verge of a heart attack. Hi, Tan. welcome on in. Hello. Yes, thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Listen, there's going to be some days that I'm going to want to watch and do things that may not be a vibe for the day. And that's okay. Cause did you know? Hold on. Let me do this for you. Hold on. Let me show you something. Let me show you something amazing. How many users how many active streamers on Twitch? Let me see. Let's see. Oh, wow, hold on. It says there are about 1 to 1.1 million unique daily streamers. So I'm sure you can find somewhere else to hang out in if you're not liking what we're doing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I felt like I'm sorry. I felt like being a little petty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just saying. Listen. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it's crazy. Stop. He's already dead. Listen. There's plenty of streamers. It's somebody's got to be doing something that you're in the vibe for, right? Sometimes, listen, I have people that I fucking love that I love watching on Twitch, and sometimes they're doing something that I'm not vibing with, and so guess what? I don't watch them, and I do something else, or I masturbate. Okay, there's a lot of other activities I can be doing instead of watching a stream. Okay. 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 I say that with a lot of love. I say that with a lot of love. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. And if you're doing both, don't tell us, please. Well, why do you think my hands are always down? Anyway, thank you. Okay. Okay. Summer Hot found me one. Great. Perfect. Well, I'm excited. Me too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, okay. Okay. Summer Hop recommends this. This one. Uh, they do. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So this one, what's not all animatics are canon, right? Okay, so these are all the wonderful animators. Okay, we're gonna take a moment. Love all the work here. Thank you. And okay, great. Perfect. Wonderful. Danimation. Great. All right. All right. I'm gonna close this. None of that. All righty. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Okay. All right. Everybody put on your togas and grab your dolmas because we're going across the sea and we're going to the Mediterranean. All right. We're gonna be hanging out with some gods and goddesses. Okay. Because we're watching Epic the Musical today. Yes. Excellent. Okay. We're watching Epic the Musical. All right. As we say, as per usual, no spoilies. I don't care if this is the Bible. Please, no spoilies. All right. Please be respectful. All right. Please don't be saying that this animation is shitty or caca or whatever it is. That's fucking rude. Don't do that. That's not the attitude I like to. Promote in my diner. All right. And then while we're watching, just be courteous, okay? And yeah, we're here to celebrate artwork, awesome independent entertainment and media. And this is great. Okay, I'm looking forward to watching this. And also, yes, thank you so much, Summer Hot, for pinning the PP poosh. Thank you very much. And thank you, Dipshitty, for the hydrate. Let's do it. All right. All right. Uh, and look, if you would like us to look at, listen, if we're not going to get through all of this today just because of the timing, okay? Um, Tomorrow morning, this is why tomorrow morning I made tomorrow's stream. I posted in the schedule channel in the Discord. But tomorrow morning, whatever we don't finish, we'll pick up tomorrow. And if you would like for us to watch alternative versions of some of the songs, please do me a favor and drop it in media I found in the Discord, okay, and at me, and I will take a look tomorrow on stream. Okay, tomorrow the only thing I have to do is an Angry Bird sponsorship. Okay, I got an Angry Bird sponsorship tomorrow that I got to do. Yes, the game that became famous and gave us all hemorrhoids because we all played it while sitting on the toilet. Amazing. I can say that because I'm not doing the sponsorship right now, and you know it's true. Okay, let's do it, okay? All right. I hope I remember there being some gay, and I wish for the gay. That's basically it. I hope Cersei is sexy. All right, let's do this. All right. I don't got popcorn today, but that's okay. Just kidding.
All right, my brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly. But now we'll be the ones who slay. Think of your wives and your children. Your families wonder where you've been. They're growing old and yet you're still here. Do what I say and you'll see them again.
Yes, sir!
Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the guards. Menelaus will let our mates through the gates to take the whole city at large. Teucer will shoot any ambush attacking. Little Ajax will stay back. Nestor, secure Helena, protect her. Neo, avenge your father, kill the brothers of Hector.
Yes, sir!
Find that inner strength now. Use that well of pride. Fight through every pain now. Ask yourself inside what you live for, what you try for, what you
Welcome on in. Welcome in. So we just what was it? We've watched two songs, three, four, three, four, three, four, something like that. So we're still at the beginning. So welcome on in. Yeah, I love that. Oh, I love that song. Oh, I love it. Mhm. How much? I feel like I remember there being a boat, which I know that doesn't say much. But I remember there being like a Hydra thing. I remember. Okay, here's what I remember from Epic the Musical. I remember this song, Open Arms, because I think I listened to this one on repeat because I love it so much. So I remember this one. I remember Cyclops. I remember the Sexy Cersei. I think that's it. It's been a while. It's been a while, okay? Okay, it's been a while. All right. So I feel like I forgot the thing with the baby. I forgot the thing with the baby, okay? I forgot the thing with the baby. All right. So I'm remembering. So yes. So anyway, that's what we got going on. So we're watching so these are all fan animations and stuff, right? Anyway, let's say they kiss.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? Athena! Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
Turn off your heart? Why? He died.
I see you changing from how I've designed you. Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior.
orders. Captain! Captain!
You've hurt me enough. 600 lives I'll take. 600 lives I'll break. And when I kill you, then my pain is over. You're dying here and now. Escape is not allowed. You won't live through this day now. Die! Die!
Captain! Captain!
We must move quickly. We don't have much time. He didn't notice I mixed Lotus in his wine. Mark my words now. This is not the end.
But Captain, what do we do with our fallen friends?
Remember them when the fire begins to fade. For the fallen and afraid, we are not to let them die in vain.
Remember them.
We're the ones who carry on the flames of those who've gone, and our comrades will not die.
Oh man, I just finished watching Attack on Titan. That shit hit so hard. Oh boy.
And turn into a giant spear. His body is blocking the path. If we kill him, we'll be stuck inside.
Captain, where do we attack him?
We gotta stab him in the eye.
Yes, sir! Remember them when the fire begins to fade. For the fallen and afraid, we are not to let them die in vain. Remember them, we're the ones who carry on the flames of those who've gone, and our comrades will not die in vain. Now!
My soldiers rage! Rage! Blah!
Who hurts you?
There are more of them?
Who hurts you?
Hide.
Who hurts you?
Captain, we should run.
Wait.
Who hurts you?
Captain, please.
Wait.
It was nobody. Nobody. If nobody hurts you, be silent. Don't go.
Let's grab the sheep and away we go.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? He's still a threat until he's dead. Finish it.
No.
No?
What good would killing do? When mercy is a skill more of this world could learn to use. My friend is dead, our foe is blind. The blood we shed, it never dries. Is this what it means to be a warrior of the mind?
Don't!
Hey Cyclops! When we met I led with peace, while you fed your inner beast. But my comrades will not die in vain. Remember them. The next time that you dare, choose not to spare. Remember them. Remember.
Sorry. Apologies. Sorry. Thank you. Can I just say, well, I guess that's part of character growth, right? Because didn't this man just like football, like didn't he just punt a baby over the goal line? Now he's like, mercy. When does it stop? When does it stop? Not when you kick the baby into the end field? Just Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't kick the beat. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah.
I've stayed wide awake, trying to make it home with no storm or tidal wave. I remain unopposed, the bag is still closed, and I'm getting closer to you. I can't wait to make some new memories. Time for me to be the father I never was.
Just keep your eyes open.
Why are my eyes and my heart and my soul so heavy?
Just keep your eyes open.
I keep on trying to embrace you both. Why won't you let me?
Just keep your eyes open.
So much has changed, but I'm the same. Yes, I'm the same.
Just keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open.
Wake up. Wake up. Odysseus, they're opening the bag. Wake up! Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Never really know who you can trust. Where's the storm taking us?
I said to keep the bag closed, but you weren't compliant. If I had to guess, you're headed to the land of the giants.
Bruh, no!
Help me close the bag!
But sir, it's too late!
We can save whatever wind is left to use another day. Come on!
Odysseus of Ithaca! Do you know who I am?
Poseidon? But we were just hanging out the other day. Why is she so angry now?
Poseidon. In all my years of living, it isn't very often that I get pissed off. I try to chill with the waves, but damn, you crossed the line.
Oh.
I've been so gracious, and yet you hurt the son of mine. That's right, the Cyclops you made blind is mine. No. I'm left without a choice and without a doubt. Guess the back of wolves are swimming with the shark now. I gotta make you bleed, I need to see you drown. But before you go, I need to make you learn how ruthlessness is
Yeah. That was so cool. But also, okay. Wait. That was so good. Yes, 43 left out of the 600. That's crazy. That's crazy. But also, I love the theme of that song, right? It's not just like, oh, wow, you hurt my son, right? It was just like Odysseus was so prideful. Like, if he was just trying to escape, then he could have just been like, all right, we've escaped. We're good. The Cyclops doesn't know about us. We're out of there. But no. Uh, he was like, oh, by the way, remember me, right? He was like, here's my name. Remember, here's my name. You're not dead. And also, it carries a theme for the beginning, right? Ruthlessness is mercy upon us, right? The fact that the gods were like, well, if you don't kill this baby, then the baby is still going to do the damage. So it's either lives lost, one life lost now, or many lives lost later, right? And it's the same thing with Cyclops, right? One life lost now prevents many lives lost later. The same concept. And so I like that they are driving that home, and I like that that was basically the thesis of Poseidon, right? He's and also what a dick move. It's like he basically like Odysseus basically teabagged the Cyclops, being like, "I'm gonna blind you, but remember my name." Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? It's also so you would kill a literal infant but leave my child blind and in pain. Yeah, it's just like, yeah. Yes. The Greeks were more prideful than the Sayans? Yeah. Love that Poseidon said Adi's message back to him. I'm your darkest moment. Yes, that's true. And also he said, remember me, right? That's another one. Remembered me. Though I have to say goodbye, remember me. I don't mean to make you cry. Bust out his guitarra.
transformed.
This is the price.
And it wasn't quick.
We paid to live.
She turned our men
The world is not.
from men to pigs.
And to forgive.
She changed them.
I've got all the power, yeah. I've got all the power. No, I'm not a player, I'm a puppeteer. No, I don't play, I'm puppeteer, yeah.
We have to go save them.
No, we don't. Look at all we've lost and all we've learned. Every single cost is so much more than what we've earned. Think about the men we have left before they're none. Let's just cut our losses, you and I, and let's run.
Of course I'd like to leave now. Of course I'd like to run. But I can hardly sleep now, knowing everything we've done. There's no length I wouldn't go if it was you I had to save. I can only hope you'd do the same.
His naivete is gonna be the end of
And her
him.
voice deceives.
They're way between.
What if she can't
But I also understand that because I'd probably be the same.
Their love queen.
I don't know.
I've got all the power, yeah. I've got all the power. No, I'm not a player, I'm a puppeteer. No, I don't play, I'm puppeteer,
She's
yeah.
a clever witch,
This is the price.
and she's hard to slay.
We paid it all.
It's a game of wits,
We draw the line.
but you don't have to play.
What's from above?
I have to try.
I've got all the power, yeah. I've got all the power. No, I'm not a player, I'm a puppeteer. No, I don't play, I'm puppeteer, yeah.
Oh yeah, she's bad. Cersei's bad. Me gusta mucho. Me gusta mucho.
I must say, what a brilliant speech you gave.
Who goes there?
Just a friend who could help you save your men. A foe like Cersei's not to be messed with. You want to beat her, you'll need the blessing of a certain god. Divine intervention, someone who's not afraid to.
Hermes?
send a
Hermes?
message.
Oh yeah.
Hermes?
Hermes. I said it like the bag. I said like this god is a bag, a designer bag. Hermes, not Hermes.
Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt, you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some other magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. She can turn you to an animal that'll end up on a plate. She can all but make you fall in love like you're on your 100th date. She can conjure up a monster that'll grind you to the bones. She has all the ways to
That's the
upset
Yamcha
when
dead
you take
pose.
her on a ride. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be turned.
Good job, buddy. I give you shit, but we love a white guy.
I can't get you home, but I'll get you to the underworld instead. I'll release your men and I'll get you to the underworld instead.
Wait, you're helping us?
There are many ways of persuasion. There are many modes of control. Maybe showing one act of kindness leads to kinder souls down the road. I remember actions of passion. I have been in love once before. Maybe one day the world will need a puppeteer no more. Or maybe one day the world will need a puppeteer. So much power, but there's no puppet here. No, she not a player, she a puppeteer. No, she not a player, she a puppeteer, yeah.
I mean, I still would have had a little bit of Nookie. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. We're taking a pause. Wait. Okay, wait. I got questions. Wait. Does Odysseus sleep with Circe in the Odyssey? What? Didn't work. Okay, wait. Does Odysseus sleep with Circe? Gasper. The initial deal. When Circe transformed Odysseus' men into pigs, the messenger god Hermes, almost said Hermes, advised Odysseus to sleep with her to break the spell. She agreed, restoring his crew and inviting him to her bed. A year together following this agreement, Odysseus and his crew stayed on her island for a full year, during which he maintained a romantic relationship with her. What? In some accounts, the relationship resulted in Circe giving birth to children with Odysseus. What? But like I understand, like pero like I get it. Pero like I get it, you know what I mean? Like if a beautiful woman who had like all this delicious food for me, and she was like, there are other ways of persuasion, and she's like singing that in my ear, and she's like licking my lobe, and I'm like, well, I mean, sure. I mean, what kid? What kid? What wife? What kid? What wife? Like I get it. He did have a relationship with Circe. He still did care for Penelope. Yeah. I've seen fellas say that before. Sure. Yeah, that's what that basketball player said about Megan Thee Stallion, right? Yeah, sure. Uh-huh. Sure. Lala's not a faithful husband. I'm a very faithful wife. Excuse you. I'm a very faithful wife. Because I ask for permission before I go smooching my wifey's. Excuse you. I go to Don and be like, Don, look. Don, look. You and I both know this body is far too tiny for the amount of love I have to give out into this world. And ZZZ just came out with a new mommy waifu, and just gotta say, I can't hold back. There's a want and a need, and he's like, "Thank you for talking to me about your feelings, my darling wife. Yes, you have my permission to pursue the rat lady. Ah, thank you, honey. That's why this is my true love. And that's how you do it. You just don't go to an island, eat a bunch of food while your crew is a bunch of pigs probably watching you, boink the witch, and not even send a letter. You didn't even send a carrier pigeon. You little notice, Tina, to your wife to be like, look, honey, the sea is rough. I lost all my men. My gay boyfriend, he's under the water. He's dead. I've got through a lot of feelings, and this is a form of therapy, okay? Form of therapy. Gang? Gang? This would shoot that bitch down like a fly. Oh, okay. Dear wife, I'm sorry that it's taken a long time. I had to sleep with a witch for a year as payment for my crew getting untransformed foot pigs. You'd understand. You'd understand. You'd understand if you saw the way she braided her hair early in the morning. It was just so precious in the morning light. And the way that she cooked her baklava, baby, oh my God, it was out of this world. I couldn't believe it. And the spanakopita, oh my God, amazing. Okay, you totally understand. Please forgive me. Kiss, hug, XO, Odysseus. Your wife, guy. Yeah. The pork to die for. Oh my goodness. Like that's yeah. I feel like that, I understand. Like I get it. I get it. Poor guy. Babe, you just gotta understand. Cersei just makes killer gyros, okay? Killer gyros.
Odysseus Weary looked at the hot sex goddess and tout his crew. Get out of Huey, guys. I'll hound you off all by myself. No, I don't need any hoop. Just get out of Huey. Nya.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate. That's so funny. It's Euro. It's Euro. It's Euro. Hold on. Give me a second. Where's this? Where's YouTube?
Oh, Queensboro Plaza. This stop is famous for its gyros. You want one?
Do you see that? Do you see that? Let me play this again. Hold on. Everybody listening? Let me play this again. Hold on. Listen to this.
Oh, Queensboro Plaza. This stop is famous for its gyros. You want one?
Yeah, it's called being a New Yorker, honey. It's called being a New Yorker. You don't see me going to Minnesota and being like, oh, you're not supposed to pronounce your O's like, you know what I mean? Huh? Okay? All right? Thank you. I can't believe it. It's like, New Yorkers are wrong? Okay, that's it. I'm going, hold on. Let me, hold on. Where are we gonna, okay, I'm writing down. Okay, we got the Camaro. We're gonna start timing people out. You yeah, okay? It's gyro. All right? I'm coming. It's Euro. It's Euro. Is that how your mother raised you? Oh, I can't believe it. How dare you? Once again, let me point this out. You want to watch somebody else pronounce it in a different way? Okay? Let me point you. Let me point you to this wonderful little Google searchy, okay? Here, you want to watch somebody say Euro, which I will never say, okay? Okay, find one of the other people on this site, one of the 1.1 million unique users, okay? All right? There you go. And I'm going back to the fucking thing. I can't believe it. Man, if I was Cersei, if I was Cersei, I'd smite your asses for coming in here and saying Euro. I smite your asses and be like, oh, how do you like you like pineapple on your pizza? You're a fucking pig now. Oh, how do you pronounce gyro? Euro? You're a fucking pig now. Who's next? Next thing you're going to tell me is this thing, there's better bagels somewhere else besides New York City. You're a pig now. Don't say oink. Oink! Oink! I turned so many people into piggies. I turned so many people into the piggies. Please turn me into tasty food. No, don't oink. Oh my goodness. So funny. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I love you all. You're so funny. You make me laugh so much. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, so okay. So we're starting on the underworld journey. I feel like this is a really good place to pause and pick up. We have like an hour and a half to go. Um uh but unfortunately I can't stream that long because I need to take a little bit of a dinner break before we do movie night tonight. So, unfortunately, I know, we're having such a good time. But are we still in the first? This is like broken up into separate chapters, right? Epic. If I'm vegetarian, am I a vegan? Oink. Am I a vegan? Oink. Ah, go on. Have you played any of the Sam and Max games? No, I haven't, but they're like detectives, right? They're detectives? Yeah. I think they're from New York. It's the best song in the underworld. Okay, well, okay, so how this is gonna go is that we'll continue this tomorrow. Tomorrow, the diner is open at 10 a.m. PT. That is 10, 11, 1 p.m. ET. And then we'll continue watching Epic the Musical. And I have an Angry Bird sponsor. If I can't do the sponsor tomorrow, then I may have to do it on Wednesday. I gotta do it by Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. So I'm gonna see if I can squeeze it in tomorrow. Yes, I have an Angry Bird sponsor. Yeah, throwing it back. I'm very excited. Very excited actually because it's like the OG phone game. I love it. Thank you, and thank you for tuning in for the sponsored segments. I really appreciate. You probably noticed I've been doing it more often. It's very, very helpful to keep the dino going. So yes, it's very nice. We love it because yeah, it gets to help support all the cool things we're doing, like all the upcoming cool conventions we're going to and bringing the booth to. Yeah. Speaking of supporting the diner, as you know, we got PP. We still got PP pushing. So if we hit 175, am I doing the math right? No. We start at 140. So I think we have to hit 200 by the end of the week in terms of points, and then you get to select a horror game for me to play next week. I haven't played a solo horror game in a while. Could be Mortuary Assistant, in which case you'd be watching me shit myself. But yes, we always pushing PP. You know how that works. Self subs help that goal. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Self subscriptions. Wednesday we are collabing with the wonderful Big Nose Bug. So Gremlins and Grubs hanging out together on Wednesday. We're gonna be trying Forbidden Solitaire, and on Thursday and Friday we got Fallout. Got more Fallout this week, so as you know. But thank you, Resident Evil. Yeah, listen, we hit that goal. We'll put together suggestions in a little randomizer, and then you get to choose your faves, or put it up to vote in the Discord. Okay. But this was so much fun. I had a great time. What? Oh, this. I'm so sad. I'm sorry I couldn't stay longer. But I'll be back here tomorrow morning. Thanks. You guys always picked up my mood. I was feeling kind of I was feeling kind of I was having a bit of a rough start today, and so thank you so much. You always know how to raise my spirits. So, let's see. Let's see who's around. Send some love to. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out today. Let's see who we gonna raid. Uh Okay, she's just hanging out yapping. Okay, I got a good choice for us to hang out with. We are going to raid the lovely Neko Miki! We love Miki! We love her. She is your singing cat. Uh, she's the owner of a lounge and she is a jazz singer. She's amazing and really cool, and I adore her. So we're gonna go raid Miki. Okay, sound good? We're gonna go raid Miki. Thank you all so much. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. We'll watch more Epic the Musical. I'm so glad we were watching it because I really did forget a lot of this. And that dirty scoundrel. Okay, we got Nico Miki. Fab. All right. Bye everybody. Thank you for this short but sweet time hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye bye bye. Bye bye everybody. See you later. Hasta luego. Bye bye bye.